Alright, let's get right into this chicken saltimbucco, one of my favorite dishes of all time. We're going to start off with our mushrooms. I've got some sliced button mushrooms. Just going to put a non-stick pan, nothing else, just the mushrooms and the pan, medium heat. And you're going to let these cook down. They'll start to sweat out their own water, which is good, but you got to keep them moving. Don't let them stick. Even if it's non-stick, they will stick. So keep that flame on, keep moving them about, and you see how they start to shrink up already. The moisture's leaving. You see all that steam? That's a good thing. So all we're going to do is add a little bit of salt and pepper at the end. And then you'll see here, we'll mix them up one more time, and they are ready to set aside until it's time to plate our dish. Or you can also have as a side dish with your dish. Those are perfect. Alright, kill the fire and set those aside. I don't know if you've heard or not, but I started a second channel about the history of my hometown, Las Vegas. So if that kind of channel appeals to you, it's called Vegas Buzz. It's on YouTube. It talks about the mobsters, the pioneers, the entertainers, everything about Vegas. Give it a shot. Alright, back to our dish. I've got 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I've cleaned them up real good. And I'm just going to get my sharp knife and I'm going to cut them in half. That'll give me 4 pieces of chicken. We got one down. Now we'll do the other. Just set your hand on top, slide that sharp knife right through. You'll be good to go. Now, we're going to get sage leaves, fresh sage leaves, and we're just gonna, depending on the size of the meat, put 2 or 3 right on top of the chicken. So the big pieces, I got 3 leaves on, the smaller pieces only 2. And we're also gonna need some thin sliced prosciutto. I find it best to not have your butcher slice it, to get the already pre-packaged ones. That seems to have the better center cut of the prosciutto. So we're going to put a piece of prosciutto over each chicken breast. Now most places you go to when they make chicken saltimbucco in restaurants, they do this, but then they'll roll it up and cook it. I find doing it that style overcooks the chicken. So this way we're going to cook it each piece flat and the chicken stays nice and moist and tender, rather than rolling it up and having to cook through a 3-inch ball of chicken. Now we're only cooking a 1/4 inch of chicken, which makes it much easier to control the temperature and the doneness of the chicken. So we're almost got all that covered up. Once we get the last piece covered, we're gonna put a layer of saran wrap right over the top of the chicken. And we'll get our fancy little mallet out. And we're just gonna pound the chicken a little bit thin. And what that also does is kind of pushes the prosciutto and the sage into the chicken, kind of holds everybody in place while we cook the chicken. So you don't want to skip this part of the recipe. You're not really banging away, you're just kind of hitting it, with enough force to keep everything nice and tight. So what I also like to do once I get it all done is I'll take the chicken and I'll place it onto a plate and pop that into the refrigerator for an hour or 2 and just let everything set up nice. So once we have this done, what we're going to do is get some flour out, and we're going to just lightly flour each piece of chicken. Shake off any excess. And then we'll put the floured chicken on a plate. And then we'll get our large non-stick frying pan out. And we'll put a couple of tablespoons of butter and olive oil in there together. Get the heat on medium. And then we're gonna gently get all of our chicken into this pan. The question, will it all fit? It looks tight already. We still got 2 more pieces to go. Oh boy. Well, let's see if we can work a little magic here. Get that last piece in there. Boom! Look at that, like a glove. All right. So we're gonna cook prosciutto side down for about 3/4 of the way. So just let it go and cook. The only thing we're gonna do is season the back end with a little salt and pepper. And after about 5 or 6 minutes, you can see that the chicken is cooking through. We'll flip it over. And that right there is what you're looking for. Doesn't that look delicious? And we're not even done with the sauce yet. Wow. But you see how everything sticks onto the chicken because we pounded it? That's why you don't want to miss that step. So once our chicken is done, we'll check it with our temp, 165. We're going to remove and just put on a plate while we put together our sauce. Nice little pan sauce to go with this dish. So we'll get the chicken out and we'll add a couple of tablespoons of butter to our pan. There we go. Now we're going to add some white wine or some cooking sherry. Or if you don't like alcohol, just add some chicken broth. And bring it up to a nice boil. It'll start to reduce. And at the end here, we're going to add about 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream or half and half. Oh, I almost forgot the important step, a whole branch of sage. That'll give that sauce some delicious flavor. Then we'll add in our half and half or whole cream. And we'll let that reduce. We'll mix it up a little bit, let it reduce down. And then it'll be time to plate. So we'll put our chicken on a plate, a little sauce over the top, a few mushrooms on top of that, and you've got delicious homemade saltimbucco. Everybody's gonna love this dish. It'll be a winner. They'll be begging you to make it every day, every week. All right, hey, thanks for watching. Remember to hit the bell, subscribe, and like. Tell your friends and family about the channel, please. I appreciate you very much. And I put out a new show every Wednesday and every Sunday. So make sure you hit that bell so you get notified that the new show's out. All right, make this dish. You're going to love it, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.